Hello, and welcome to this week's Assembly. Today, we're celebrating the start of one of MCDS's beloved traditions, the 11th Annual Fine Arts Festival. Tomorrow, we'll be able to enjoy the annual Jazz Showcase, presented by Mr. Shipper and his bands. It's going to be a great show. Mr. Shipper, can you tell us a little bit about the show?
So, what do you get when you combine great student performers, special guests, and a professional band that'll knock your socks off? At Madison Country Day School, we host an event every year called the Jazz Showcase. It's an awesome night of entertainment, education, and fun for the entire community. My name is John Shipper, band director here at MCDS, and I invite you to gather your family and watch the show this Friday at 6:30 p.m. Stay tuned to your email for a link to the performance. We may be cyber this year, but it's still going to be an awesome show.
Thank you, Mr. Shipper. In past years, the showcase was the big finale to our annual Fine Arts Festival. This year, the showcase is the opening event to an exciting few weeks of celebrating the arts. Yes, that's right. The Fine Arts Festival is no longer just a week, but several weeks. Here are important details for you to know. The name has been changed to reflect a longer period of time, and we will now refer to this as the wonderful celebration of arts as the Fine Arts Festival. The theme for the Fine Arts Festival 2021 will be storytelling. Guest artists will work with lower school students in the areas of music, art, and drama with this theme in mind. In music, Nani Ogbeli. In art, Ann Gustafson and her student teacher, James Stansfield. And in drama, Emily Glick. Guest artists for music and art in the middle and high school are still being finalized, but will include Miss Glick for drama. The tradition of creating a Fine Arts Festival button will continue. I love seeing the creative buttons from past years. This year, the design will be created by Mrs. Julia Taylor, and buttons will be offered to every student in the school. We hope you like this year's design. For timing of the festival, our lower school students will participate virtually in Fine Arts Festival activities during the first 3 weeks of February. Middle and high school students will enjoy activities from February 8th through the 18th, and all of our students will celebrate dance in late May when our dance guest artist can work with students in person and virtually outside in our backyard. The schedule for our guest artists will be posted in the Need to Know so everyone can see who is visiting and when. And now let's have Mrs. Rezinkowski, the faculty leader of the Fine Arts Festival, introduce us to two of our guest artists.
My name is Nani Ogbeli. I come from Ghana, West Africa, from the Volta region, which is about southwest of Ghana. And I grew up or come from a family of musicians. And so, people ask me, when did you start doing this? And I'm like, well, I don't know. And that's the real answer, because I don't know. Because I guess I started so young and I grew up just seeing it all around me and stuff like that. But right after, and I've been performing and teaching from a young age. But right after high school was when I realized, okay, this is what I want to do, because of how it affects people when I perform and when I teach, and what they get out of it makes me happy. And so then after high school, I was like, okay, I want to do this full time. I really want to get into this. So then I started learning a lot. I got a lot of my training from my dad and my brothers. And my dad has a cultural institution in Ghana. I worked over there for 9 years, training majority of the time, Westerners. And then I moved over here in 2006, August 2006, and have been in Madison, Wisconsin for a couple of years, moved to Boston, moved to California, and now I'm in Nevada. So, that's a short background history of me. And reason why I do what I do is because, again, I like how it makes people feel. And I think my culture has a lot of information and a lot of life perspectives and goals and stuff like that I feel like other people in the world need to know this, or need to feel it, or need to be a part of it. So when I moved here with that intention, and I'm glad that I've had people supporting me and, being there for me and curious about it and wanting to learn from me and all that stuff. So it's been a great opportunity to be in the US and share my culture and my ideas and what I can give. So I'm happy about what I do, and I'm excited, to have been to be a part of this festival this coming week. Yeah.
Thank you, Nani. We are excited that you are going to be with us again as well. What does excite you about coming back to MCDS for a second visit?
What excites me, which makes it so crazy, because I'm like, it's not face to face this time, but then I'm like, even this is better, Somehow I'm just like even more excited, if not the same excitement as I was there before. And I think it has to do with you, and it has to do with the kids. I think these are the two major things that it has to do with, because connecting with you and being there physically and seeing how you interact with the kids and how you push them in a positive direction and things that you bring to their attention kind of like excites me to try and top that. So when I came there the first time, you might be thinking, oh wow, he's doing a good job and stuff like that. Well, yes, I might be doing a good job, but behind the scene, I'm like, man, she's doing a good job. I better top that, So it was kind of like, an inspiration seeing you work with the kids and how you do it. Pushed me to even do way more than my capacity, which is great, and I like that. I like to be challenged to see what else I can do in my field. So that was great. And number two, the way the kid received what I brought was astonishing. Was superb. It was very beautiful the way all the kids, every single class received me as if they'd already know me for years, honestly. And for me, when that respect, or when that gets created, it makes me feel very comfortable, and it makes me feel like, okay, these people want to learn about this, want to know about this. They trusted me and they go for it. Whatever correction I have to make, they are open to those suggestions. And when I asked for contribution, they jumped in right away. Oh, how about if we do it this way? Oh, how about if this? And it was just amazing. I had a great time.
Can you give us maybe a little sneak peek of what you might do with even our 4-year-olds in pre-K up through 4th grade? What might you do for the session?
And then I'm going to do more demonstrations. So I will drum more and I will dance more. And, other things I would like to do is have them engage by maybe beating their chest, slightly, like playing drum stuff, patterns, or their legs and stuff like that. And asking them to do movements around with me on the screen, like, more engaging stuff like that, making sure that the information in terms of the cultural aspect of what I want them to learn also is, is constant, or is there.
It is.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, everybody, and all that put this festival together. I appreciate it. And thank you, the whole entire school, for bringing me back again. I really appreciate it. And I'm so looking forward to it. I can't wait. Thank you so much.
Wonder, can you tell us a little bit about what you might do with our students during your time?
I'm going to tell you what I tell all of my current freshman and sophomore theater students when they walk into the room and they say, Miss Glick, what are we doing today? And I raise one eyebrow usually, and I say, wouldn't you like to know? And I leave it at that, because I think that with theater, the element of mystery and not being able to plan and something being live is the most exciting part. I have exciting things planned for lower and middle school. I'm really excited.
Oh, we are too. That is wonderful. Can you also maybe give us a little bit of your background working with students at different age
Sure.
levels?
I've taught film classes to elementary school kids where we put together all these awesome videos. And then I started really getting into directing high schoolers. And so I'm excited to get back and work with some of the younger ones soon.
Do you have a favorite show from your past that you participated in or directed?
My favorite show I was in was actually in Madison. It was a little night music at Madison Opera. And my favorite show I've directed was Urinetown at Memorial High School. That was fun.
Might you share with us a goal you want them to come out of these short little moments with you? What might be a goal you want them to have?
But my goal for both lower and middle school is to give them a taste of theater that makes them want more and more and more. It's like how I was today at lunch with Ian's Pizza, and I just had a bite, and I was like, I'll take more and more and more. Thank you.
More and more. Zoom theater in the lower school. Here we come. Thank you so much, Emily, for visiting us and for talking with me today.
I'm excited for all of our students to enjoy these activities. And now it's time to celebrate this week's birthdays. Happy birthday to Cece, Charlie, Sarah, Alex, Ari, Keanu, Gabby, and Samuel. I hope you all have a wonderful birthday, and I wish everyone a wonderful week.